It's finally time that we return from the moon with our two brave kerbals. And so, the story begins as our brave kerbal Melson Kerman, the scientist on the mission, is gonna go, he has picked up the flag, put it into the rock, and then finally we're gonna perform some science. Now, I always thought that while we can restore, we can observe, and I thought that there was a way where we could actually pick up the experiment, because as far as I can tell, there was a way to pick up the experiments. I don't know if it's possible anymore. I tried to right click and pick up the experiments, it didn't let me. Now, let me know in the comments if I'm doing something wrong. By the way, this is a part of a very old play series, which I have played for a while. I'm gonna be putting the link for it in the upper right corner in the card and in the pinned comment, and obviously I've just destroyed one thing. Melson, what are you doing, buddy? Come on, please, don't destroy things. I was trying really hard to pick up the science. Okay, now, having said that, we're gonna take another selfie. It is for posterity after all. We want to make sure to prove to everybody we have visited the Mun. But once that, we're gonna go back to the lander and we're gonna go back home. There we go. Easy does it. Okay, so, well, where is the hatch? I'm trying to get to the hatch. No, no, no. Oh, ouch. I think I have just broken a solar panel. Uh-oh. Well, yeah. Okay, Melson, buddy, can you please just take control of your landing craft, please? Thank you. I mean, he is really going for it, but he, you know, flying with the EVAs, it's not his strong suit. He was really sleeping during the courses. Okay, Kiltless, are you ready, buddy? Okay, we are going up, up and away, and it's time to go back to the return from Kerbin. We are burning high for the apoapsis, and we're gonna make sure that we come there in due time. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for around between 10 and 15 kilometers ascent burned. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, 18, same thing. Anyway, we're gonna be putting the apoapsis, we're gonna circularize, and then we're gonna go for the return. Having said that, we need to make sure everything is positioned just right. There we go. Easy does it. Yes, beautiful. Okay, turning the, putting the landing legs, and I mean we can still get back to the Kerbin with one array of solar panels, nothing will happen, we won't run out of electricity. I make sure that we have pretty enough redundancy, and as always, our buddy Kiltless, he is really good pilot, so we don't have to worry about it. While I'm doing that, I realized that there are some experiments which we haven't done, thanks for the X Science mod, which the only thing that I'm missing is the ability to, you know, perform experiments directly from the X Science, because that would actually make it much easier. I would have all the science in one place. But you know, nobody is perfect. Anyway, having said that, we have just made sure that we have transmitted all of the science. We're getting to the transfer burn. We are gonna insert ourselves into the lunar orbit. There we go, and the change of perspective tells us, okay, we have finally gotten into the orbit of Moon. Now we're going to be adding a maneuver node that is going to give us back to the Kerbin, and let me just play a little bit with the maneuver node, making sure that we have the correct apoapsis, making sure that the periapsis is around 35-ish, and then we're gonna getting quite close to the maneuver burn, which is gonna be happening in roughly 9 minutes. We can kicking a little bit the afterburners just to make sure that we have, yeah, that we have everything. Are we ready? Come on. Easy does it. Now, alright, jumping just before the maneuver node, we're gonna be pressing the afterburners in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. And I wanted to make sure that I take on the view where I can keep track of my periapsis. Oh, it's going down fast, come on. Oh, okay. 314, so I'm just gonna burn gently until we get to the 35 or 40-ish kilometer periapsis, because that is gonna be ensuring that we do get a fiery re-entry and making sure that we return safely. Look at this, beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it glorious? We are leaving the Moon's sphere of influence and we're heading back home to Kerbin. Kiltless and Melson are really hungry and they want to get some more snacks because, well, they have packed only healthy food. And you know how kerbals and snacks are. They really need something, you know, concrete. There we go. Okie doke. Getting there and getting ready for the re-entry. Now we're going to be slowing time down and we're going to be positioning... Oh, I gotten the crew report just a smidge too late. Okay, let's orient our ship retrograde so that we are pointing heat shield towards heat shield towards the incoming plasma. And then we're going to be re-entering in 80 seconds. But before we do, I'm going to quickly hit the... Oh, I've missed it again. Yeah. Okie doke. Now, crew report just ready to hit that at the moment's notice. But, well, tell you what. I'm going to be hitting the afterburners to spend the 520 meters per second and decelerate ourselves gently while we... while we make sure that we don't burn up in the atmosphere. And I really do like the fact that it's gonna be a daylight re-entry as opposed to the regular nighttime we always do. Decoupling the tower, that's gonna burn up in the atmosphere, and decoupling the bottom stage. Come on, bye-bye. Oh, don't you be hitting my heat shield. Get out, get out. Come on, get out. Move away. Beat it. I mean, seriously. Kiltless bravely trying to get rid of this component, but it's just... Okay, there it goes. Bye-bye. Soon enough, it's going to start blowing up, and I really didn't want to make sure that, to make sure that it's gone. Okay, having said that, Kiltless and Melson are really going at it, and they're making sure that we are coming back. Oh, there is a big storm coming ahead, courtesy of Blackcrack. Thanks, Blackcrack. I'm hoping that we don't hit the storm. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it glorious? Look at that moon just going below the horizon. I mean, I'm gonna for sure kick it to be the screenshot for today's episode. I thought initially to have that rover, but we already did that. We've been there, we've done that, and it's time to get back in. We are at 16 kilometers height and we are slowly descending back. There we go, hitting the drogue chutes. The drogue chutes aren't gonna slow us down enough so we don't get destroyed, but they're gonna be slowing us down just enough to get to a decent terminal velocity. And after a while, I could ditch them, but why? They look just beautiful, they work, and I'm gonna be kicking in the afterburners and doing a little bit of a time warp. Look at that storm stack. Oh, and look at the storm clouds gathering. Jeez Louise, I mean, that is a beautiful sight in itself. Oh, and we do hear the thunder. Haha. Alright, getting in slowly during the storm. I hope that, the storm won't be any problem for the rescuers or the people that should be waiting for us downrange. It seems to not be going this way. It seems to be going sideways. Okay, fair enough. Now we're getting slow there. The chutes have opened, and that means that we are going at very, very mild 5 meters per second. I really don't like how the chutes are clipping. I thought that was handled somewhere by a mod. Do let me know in the comments below if you know the name of that mod. I would really like the chutes not to clip. Okie doke. With Thor wielding his hammer, we are gently landing. There we go. And splash! Yes, beautiful. And we are dipping in, dipping out, dipping in. Okay, so we have earned a 929 science together with everything that we have sent and everything that we have returned, which means we're gonna go shopping. By the way, Kiltless Kerman and Melson Kerman. Kiltless had all of those ribbons. Melson has gotten some new ones. That's the reason why I actually sent him. Now, speaking of that, we're gonna be researching the specialized electrics, I think, as the initial thing. We need to be researching and going down the route towards the bigger antennas, and those antennas are at the end of this tech tree, and they will really help us, and we need to get there the sooner the better, because I want to be sending craft and probes to be able to explore all different parts of our solar system, including the furthest planets that are along. Now, the second tech, I'm a little bit at odds whether I should go for nuclear power or heavy landing. And I think I'm going to go with the heavy landing because it's going to provide us with a sturdy pair of feet, which will help us to get places. Now, all right, we're going to be kicking up the heavy landing because I do want the tech to get developed, and we're going to make sure that, well, we are ready for our next adventure. With that things being said, thanks for watching.